What's up, YouTube? Check this out, man. This Shannon Sharpe. Hey, this Shannon Sharpe stuff, man. Oh, man. Dude, long story short, man. Hey, damn. This is what I'm reading the title, right? I'm reading the title. Damn. Shaquille paid to have Shannon Sharpe exposed, allegedly. Wait a minute, man. How in the hell did Shaq, of all people, Shaquille O'Neal Shaq? We talking about the Lakers' big Shaq with Kobe, right? We talking about this is the Shaq we talking about, because there's a couple of other Shaqs. No Life Shaq. Shout out to No Life Shaq, man. That's my man. He's a reactor and does a lot of rap and hip hop stuff. Y'all go check out No Life Shaq. Sitting at a couple of million subscribers. Vicious dude. Love him. I love to give credit to where credit due. That's my man, Pots and Pan. He don't know me. I don't know him. Anyway, check it. Shaq. Is this the Shaq? I'm talking about the Miami Heat. Y'all know who I'm talking about. The big, tall, ugly mug that fall down when Kevin Hart was talking. Kevin Hart said he fall down. It take him 2 hours to fall down. Man, somebody help him up. That's the coach. The coach with all the sidelines. Somebody go help him up. Somebody go help him up. Anyway, man, let's see what this video is about. Hey, shout out to, God dang it. The Simple Life 74 or something like that. Let's scroll down. I said I was going to give her. Here it is right here. Simple Things in Life 74. Because of your comment, girlfriend, is why I'm doing this video. And Katt Williams was the first to tell him personally about the year of revelation, period. Hello? He didn't hear that part. And Shannon didn't think it was going to happen to him. I wrote a 24 replies. I think the same. People were thinking the same. I felt the same way. So I wrote her a reply. In fact, show more replies. You gotta click on show more. Look at this. Hey, Simple, they down with you, girl. I'm about to do a reaction of this video, and will take, and I'll talk about the guy. I misspelled some stuff in a minute. Did you see the time when? Yeah, man, this is crazy. I give everybody a thumbs up. Hey, I'm letting everybody know. Go find. We should do this, y'all. Check this out. I'm just making this. I don't know this is gonna happen in that. We got a premiere going on live. Plug-in Guru is live on the Saturday. Anyway, hey, what was I getting ready to say? I forgot, y'all. Simply like, right. Katt Williams said, well, inform the secrets that a scout. Okay, I'm just reading stuff, y'all. Girlfriend, you got a cool vibe. You got a cool internet vibe with you that I don't know who you are. I don't know if you're married. I don't know how many kids you got, any of that stuff. So, my long story short, your internet typing inspired me to do this video. So I want everybody to find simple things in life. At Simple Things in Life. I don't know if y'all can blow this up. I'm talking to my 21 hours ago. Simple Things in Life 74. 74 must have been the year she was born, or maybe the year she graduated. I'm hoping it's the year she 86. Maybe it's the year, I don't know. That year 74 is a year that kind of stands for something prominent in her life. How about that? But she got 361 thumbs up on her comment. The comment section, man, is where if you're doing a YouTube channel or you rocking YouTube, I'm just telling y'all what's on Uncle Mike's heart. That if you're trying to do a YouTube channel, if you're trying to figure out what people like, what makes people do what they do, it's the comment section, man. That's where the real people live at. I mean, real people, even the real haters, even the real trolls, they can do nothing but comment. So shout out to the comment section, man. Anybody to leave a comment on a video, man, y'all are the bomb diggity. Y'all are the people who should be running the fucking world. Y'all should be running the world, man. Jesus. We got everything absolutely backwards. And shout out to Queen. So, oh my God. Whew. Woosah. I was hoping I got a hater named Queen. And I'm hoping that this is not her channel. Because if this is her channel, we cut this whole video off. Joke. That's joke. We'll rock your video. No, she has way too many subscribers. This is a beautiful person. Queen Shaba, darling. Hey, let's check it out, man. Let's hit that subscribe button. Let's hit that bell. Uncle Mike is in the house, man. Let's check it out. It's a live stream, y'all. Hey, it's a live stream. And
all right,
also
welcome back, Kings and Queens. Today we're talking Shannon Sharpe, y'all. The saga continues, and I think this is about to be, if we think we know, you have absolutely no idea. People are talking. And the word on the street is Shaq, Shaquille O'Neal, put a bounty on his head. The audio was leaked. There's an audio that has been leaked regarding Shaquille O'Neal. Y'all, if you think I'm lying, if you think I am lying, honey, ask me. I am here to tell you a leaked audio of Matt Barnes informing somebody else on the phone. It almost seems like Matt is the middle guy. He's the point guy. He's running middle, recruiting people or attempting to recruit somebody on this audio. And what he said is Shaq was offering, quote unquote, big money to anyone who had dirt on Shannon Sharpe. And he asked the guy in the audio, he said, I don't know if you're on that type of time, but if you are, he's offering big money and he needs you to be quiet about it. Well, guess what? Ain't no such thing as secrets when you're running with a big crew. Because eventually, honey, snakes will cannibalize and start to eat each other, and we're going to talk about it. Let's go.
Damn.
For those of you who are just tuned in or if you're new to
wait a minute. So you mean to tell me, hold up, man. I'm just going to be quiet and get the info. I'm going to show y'all how oh my God. I'm going to show y'all how I analyze stuff, keep my mouth shut. I'm doing a reaction, but at the same time, I never been to this person's channel, and I think your channel is awesome already. She got this thing set up already good. So I'm going to shut up and let's listen. To the channel.
Well, welcome to the palace. I am Queen Sheba. I cover a variety of hot topics specific to reality television. But most importantly, I hone in on the psychological and the behavioral traits of the Black experience.
What?
Subscribe now.
Jesus.
Damn. One thing I have come to learn, man, the crabs in the bucket.
Hold on, man. Before we get into the crabs in the bucket, oh, shit. My bad. It's Queen Sheba. Now, Bertha had 3 sisters. One of them was Sheba, but I hope you ain't one of Bertha's. Bertha butt started boogieing. I hope you ain't one of Bertha's sisters in that Sheba butt. I don't know, Sheba. You got a big butt? You might be Sheba's. I'm just joking, man. The joke is getting whacker and whacker. But y'all go to Sheba's channel. Tell them the Music Recording Network sent you. Tell her that I'm doing a reaction to her video, and I love her stuff already. So I tried to make a joke. Uncle Mike is old, and Uncle Mike can't make jokes. But there was a song out called Sheba, Bertha Butt, Bertha, womp, womp, Wah 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 wah. Bertha butt. Bertha started moving. Her hips was humming in the wind. Long story short, she had 3 sisters. This is just a story. It's a song. And one of the sisters' name was Sheba. So I think this is one of Sheba's sisters. Joke. I gotta keep saying joke. When you get to this level doing YouTube, people think that they can't take a joke. It's just a joke. My bad. Anyway, it's a corny joke because Uncle Mike is corny, and I know I'm corny. So let's get back to the video. Check it out, y'all.
Subscribe now.
Subscribe to Sheba's.
Damn. One thing I have come to learn, man, the crabs in the bucket. It happens a lot in the Black community. Rich, poor, middle class, educated, uneducated, classy, bougie, ghetto, Republican, Democratic. One thing about us, you can always guarantee as a collective. I'm not talking to you individually. Classy, bougie, ghetto, Republican, Democratic. One thing about us, you can always guarantee as a collective. I'm not talking to you individually. As a collective, boy, we sure do have a problem when other people make it, don't we? We sure do have a problem when other people make it. What crab in a bucket syndrome? And let's talk about how that's working. You would think that Shaquille O'Neal, whatever it is that Shannon has done, would let it go because they're all the same. But I think where you went wrong, Shannon, I think they got a problem with you appearing to be what you're not. I think the other boys didn't like how you were playing this game, how you were pretending to be above it all, and may have been the worst in the bunch, the funky bunch. Come to find out, Shaq was paying, offering big money for them to give you up. And he just may have. I don't know if y'all remember, I did a live a couple of days ago on Shannon Sharpe. I said, Shannon, I think you are the blind man in this saga. I think this is a group effort and you need to be careful. Tony Busby is not your enemy. Tony Busby is doing what Tony does, right? If there's an opportunity, he's going to seize it. And then he's going to be on to the next one. Somebody sent him. And you're not asking the right questions. Have you noticed that Shannon's attorney seems to be hands off or appears to be hands off? And I'm gonna get into detail. I'm gonna go into a little bit more detail about that, right? But yeah, Tony was sent by someone, and it seems like they've been trying to hunt you down for a while, Shannon. The reason is why. What did you do to Shaq? Now, I am not condoning Shaq trying to get his lick back because I think it's childish. They're both 54 years old. They're both millionaires, right? And when you think about it, should they not be resting and enjoying their money at this stage in their life? That's all I'm saying. 2 big grown ass Negroes doing childish things. Let's listen to the tape and then we'll go from there. Okay? Give me 1 second.
I don't know if you're on this kind of time, but I was in a group chat the other day, or actually just yesterday, and Shaq said he's paying top dollar for any information on old boy. So, again, I don't know if you're on that kind of time or not, but Shaq is known to throw large sums of money around, so just want to put that out there.
Wow.
Stay quiet. Hey, he said, please keep it quiet. He said that Shannon did some shit back to him a while back, and he's been off him. So that's why he's doing this, but please keep his name quiet.
Wow.
To that.
Wow. Are you shocked? Are you surprised? I'm not. Well, yes, I am. I'm not going to lie. I am. Matt is the middleman recruiting somebody to get their hands dirty. Shaq is the brain. Shaq is the money. He may have moved the ball. He may be the reason Shannon Sharpe and the walls of Jericho.
My bad. I had to stop it. My bad.
Jericho are coming tumbling down. But here's the thing, Shannon. You walked yourself to the guillotine. You walked yourself to the guillotine due to your immorality,
God
your gross
damn it.
appetite for your own fantasies.
Fuck, man. Dude, I apologize. I'm over here trying to do my thing, and I mute the mic. Got roosters going off. Listen. Of course, when I want them to crow, the roosters ain't crowing. I'm in the Philippines. I got the fan in the background. I don't have a way to monitor what y'all hearing. So I'm muting the mic. You hear the rooster crowing. But anyway, I said something that was real important. The one thing I did say is, Shaq ain't the brains. Shaq ain't got no goddamn brains. Fuck, man. Shaq can play basketball. Can't he make a free throw? Can't he make a free throw? You retired. You done now, Shaq. And the number one thing you're known for is not being able to make a free throw. To the point that they did a Shaq attack. Anyway, back to the point. My point is this. If you was the brains, you wouldn't have went about recruiting somebody to get dirt on Shannon the way you did. All you had to do was just wait, and the dirt would have came out by itself. You should have just mentioned little information that you might have had. You could have just put that out there to other people that you trust, that won't say that I got this information from Shaq, and then let it roll from there. So you're not the brains. You're not the brains. That's my point. Here we go.
They go far and beyond. And let me say this. Should Disney have fired you? Absolutely. Absolutely. He should be removed because Disney promotes and markets to children. Okay. But let me get back on the Shaq of it all.
Mm-hmm.
They're trying to destroy you. And it's coming from within. I told you that you're the blind man in this. Now you know it's Shaq. I want to know how much he paid. That's my question. I would love to know how much was big money. But the hate of it all, right? You would think that black people would allow other black people. And I'm gonna hit different points.
Mm-hmm.
Just do your thing. I think there's a lot of jealousy. I think there's a lot of envy. And I think they were jealous of Shannon and his success.
Who was jealous of Shannon and his success? Who was?
I think although these men have money, y'all, sometimes it's not about the money. It's about the exposure, the fame, the notoriety, the connections, and the crowd that is cheering for you. All of these men involve Shannon, Matt Barnes, Shaquille O'Neal, their post-career. And anybody that knows a professional athlete or a former professional athlete, they'll tell you one thing they struggle with is when there's no more lights, cameras, or action. Many men go into depression from the NBA, NFL.
Come on,
when they
girl.
have to retire, or they're too old to play, or they get an injury, right? So they often, what we've learned from a lot of them, or I have, A lot of them are really depressed when they don't get that fanfare, the crowd yelling for them, screaming their name. They've been used to that since they were kids, since they were in Little League.
Okay, so what she's saying is like, I don't know. I mean, it's almost like a competition in my mind. It's almost like if I was on the field along with this guy on the field, I know because I studied this guy and I know I can beat him. He ain't all that. I can beat him. No, but you got to realize that you are studying this one guy, not his team, not his coach, not his whole the team. I said team already. The whole franchise, right? He's a franchise player if he is or whatever. But the point is, you pissed off at this one guy. So you know what he eat for breakfast, you know when he used the bathroom, you know everything about him. And you study him like you have to play him in the playoff or in the Super Bowl. That's how you're supposed to study a person. So I can make sure I beat him. But you're doing this because you just don't like the guy. Shame on you. Shame on you. You ain't even playing no more. You retired. This guy retired. So why are you playing this game? Because it's the competition game that you used to playing. It's what she explaining. And that's when the crab in the bucket comes in. Should we be doing this? Man, dude, you retired. Get away from this. Don't even talk about Shannon Sharpe. Yeah, he did some ugly things to you, Shaq. He did some ugly things to you. That was 15 years ago. And you still worried about what he did? Hell, if I worried about, I got 15 people that did 15 things to me 15 years ago, and I don't have time. I got 15 minutes left for me to go do whatever I got to do and enjoy life. But see, I don't have as much money as Shaq. So maybe if I get like $80 million in my bank account, then I'm so bored that I do want to go after a Shannon Sharpe or something like that. I don't know. Maybe my mind will change. I don't think so. You know what I think? I think I would still live life going to beaches, riding airplanes, and I'm more interested in living on waterfront property.
AAU teams. So if you thinking to yourself, why would Shaq? Shaq probably has more money than Shannon, probably. But it's the jealousy.
Man, you can't say that. I got one more time. Watch this, y'all.
AAU team.
Watch this.
So if you thinking to yourself, why would Shaq? Shaq probably has more money than Shannon, probably.
Probably, you said probably twice. Come on, girlfriend. You know, everybody knows Shaq got way more money than Shay. How many commercials you seen Shay in? Go ahead, I'll wait. How many commercials you seen Shaq in? Go ahead, I'll wait while you count them all, right?
Probably, but it's the jealousy of the. See, Shannon has bigger platforms, a further reach, more collaborative efforts. Think of along the lines of 𝗟𝗓𝗡𝗞𝗦, ESPN, y'all.
Girlfriend, you got one more strike. You got one more strike before I cut this. Let me use pause. Resume. All right, y'all, I'm back. Check this out. I'm going to Google, and I want y'all to Google too. I'm going to Google who Shannon Sharpe's net worth and Shaquille O'Neal net worth. I don't know why I'm wasting my time to do this, but we're going to do it anyway while this video playing. Okay, here we go.
He's out there. And I feel like they're jealous because they're like, you know what? You out here, you doing this, you doing that. But you just like us. And when people envy you and they resent you, don't be surprised. But here's the thing about snakes. When you're in a room full of snakes, be careful. Because the same thing they do it to them, they'll do to you. So Matt, please know, please believe that if Shaq put a bounty on Shannon's head, he damn sure will put a bounty on your head. Because I do believe, and I could be wrong, amongst the three, you Lil Bank. You're the little snake. And in these type of games, it's big bank take Lil Bank. Snakes do cannibalize each other. Just FYI, for those of you that like to roam, shake, rattle, and roll with snakes and be in the presence of snakes, they do cannibalize each other. I remember the first time I saw it. I watched it. It damn near creeped me out. I didn't understand how one snake could devour, overpower, chase down another snake and then eat it, starting with the head. You get what I'm saying? And I didn't understand how the fight went down, but because when you think about snakes individually, they evoke fear. You know, you come up on a snake, it's like, oh, well, wait a minute. To most of us, we're scared of all of them. Like, oh, that's a snake. It's dangerous. But when you put a snake in a pit of other snakes, the biggest snake, the fiercest, the fastest, the most powerful one wins. So be careful, because it's always somebody next to you. And when you see how deadly and how lethal a snake can be, don't think that the same couldn't happen to you. And the crazy part is, Shaq waited. He waited. And then he put a number on it. And then Shannon, he was able to penetrate your inner circle. From what I believe, I have a funny feeling and a sneaky suspicion. Somebody in your inner circle gave him the tea. They dropped the tea on you because allegedly another person in your inner circle, close sources of Shannon Sharpe, claim he had BDSM sex with Gabby at least 100 times. Now, who would know that about you, Shannon? Who would tell? Who would have sold you out? Come to find out, y'all, there's a new thing that just leaked today. His bodyguard just came out and tweeted. And he tweeted on Twitter, and then he went back and deleted it because he signed an NDA. And what the bodyguard is saying, hold on, let me blow it up. The bodyguard said, oh, hell no. He met this hoe when she was 17 at a Diddy party. At a Diddy party. Somebody don't like the fact that you almost got away with whatever it is that we don't know about you. See, this is way bigger than this, y'all. And the roosters have come home to crow. What goes on in the dark will come to light. That's why I ain't mad about him being asked to step down. See, I don't give a damn that he's black, because your own desires have crippled you. Your own desires have devoured you. Your appetite, your lust for down and dirty BDSM caused Shaq to put a price on your head because he wanted to know so that he can sell you out. And it seems like he did, allegedly. But now your bodyguard is selling you out, posting stuff on Twitter. I'm sorry, I said Twitter. On Twitter.
I was going to let that. I thought she was going to let that one slide. I thought I was going to let it slide too. I'm like, damn, she made too much vocal mistakes.
Appetite, your lust for down and dirty BDSM caused Shaq to put a price on your head because he wanted to know so that he can sell you out. And it seems like he did, allegedly. But now your bodyguard is selling you out, posting stuff on Twitter. I'm sorry, I said Twitter. On Twitter. And he says, F the NDA. I wouldn't be surprised. Watch your circle. Watch that inner clique. It's always the Judas at the table with you. And a lot of y'all are running around clicked up, screwed up. Not thinking or pausing for a second to be like, wait a minute, you this vicious? I know you'll do the same thing to me. And eventually, every snake, every dog has its day. You cannot operate in chaos too long without the shit hitting the fan. That's it. That's all. So I'm not mad at all. I'm going to sit back and watch it play out as it should. Because I strongly believe there's a lot of people, there's a lot of successful people in platforms and in places that they did not earn. They got there based on persona. They got there based on a favor, right? And here's the crazy part. I did a little bit of homework. I said, okay, this, I know they're trying to make it appear as if this girl got upset. See, this girl's going to get paid one way or the other. Let me tell you this. The girl that's accusing him of hurting her, watch this. Now the other girl came out that he was with. The other lady named Michelle has just come out and dropped a lawsuit against him. And I'm going to get there.
Don't say
watch
that.
this.
What?
I believe Gabriella has received a check from at least 2 sources, whether she wins this lawsuit or not. Okay?
What?
There's always a meeting before the meeting, and there's always a meeting after the meeting. Shannon Sharpe will not be returning to ESPN, in my opinion. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Yeah. Based on everything that's happening in real time, I do not see the likes of Disney, because ESPN is operated and owned by the Walt Disney Corporation. I do not foresee Shannon Sharpe returning to that platform as he's predicted.
The fact that you said that Walt Disney owns the damn platform, let me know that you're wrong. Walt Disney is in a whole lot of negative stuff about kids. Negative stuff. And what makes it so bad is this ain't even negative stuff about kids. So that let me know that he gonna return.
Operated and owned by the Walt Disney Corporation. I do not foresee Shannon Sharpe returning to that platform as he's predicted by preseason when football starts. No, sir. Somebody's going to, the way these receipts are dropping, somebody's trying to make sure that you never work again in your life. And I think it comes down to jealousy. If you go back and let's establish a timeline, watch this. If you establish a timeline, Shannon Sharpe interviewed Cat Williams in January of 2024.
He should have known better then.
January of 2024. They sat down, and this was probably one of the most lucrative interviews that Shannon Sharpe has ever done. It catapulted him into a different dimension of success. It gave him notoriety, credibility. I mean, he became the standard overnight, all because of Cat Williams. Is it safe to say that Cat Williams was a blessing to Shannon, and Shannon was a blessing to Cat Williams? They both revitalized each other's career in one aspect or the other. And because of the Cat Williams interview, Shannon Sharpe came into a $100 million deal that he was supposed to sign the Monday after Easter. That's called reciprocity. That's called reciprocity, when favor finds you. I want to break down what happened in that interview that Shannon should have latched onto and he failed to do. All right. But before I do that, let me tell you why I talk about the jealousy of it all. Oh, you got to be careful. You got to be careful of making it, working hard. There's a lot of people that don't want to see you make it. There's a lot of people that are rooting for you, but there's a lot of them that are angry and upset because they couldn't do it. They haven't been chosen, or they are not in that spot. So when he did that interview with Cat Williams in January of 2024, a lot of Black men took up issue with Shannon Sharpe. They didn't like him. They came against him. And they were mad because he allowed his guest, Cat Williams, to tell his story. He didn't tell Cat what to say. He didn't try to buffer him and or censor him. He just let him talk. He treated him like a guest. And as a result, it was a win-win situation for both parties, Shannon and Cat. And that's the way business is supposed to be. When you walk into a business setting, the goal is, when we all push back from the table, whatever it is that we are trying to enter into business about, it should be a win-win situation for all parties where we're all walking away like it's a win for us. Cat won and Shannon won, period, point blank. I believe the clock started ticking a month or two after that interview when they decided whomever, and I'm going to say Shaq, and a lot of people didn't like him, Mike Epps, all of these Black men with these washed up ass careers, right? Not calling them broke, just washed up ass careers. It's not about his money thereafter. These Negroes are jealous.
Wow,
that's of the crazy visibility that he's received when they perceive him to be on the same level as them. See, a lot of people hate you because of their perception of you, their visual of you, and they mad at most times it's not the tangible. It's the intangible items they want. Why they like her so much? Why they love him so much? Why they keep picking him? Why they keep calling out her name? Why she get this? Why he get that? That's what they didn't like. And they put a target on your back. But had it not been for your own behavior, there's nothing to target. So Shannon walked himself right into the trap because he interviewed Cat Williams in 2024. I believe 2 or 3 months after that, Shaq was like, hey, somebody dig up something on him. Now, here's the thing. Follow me. Are y'all still tuned in? Follow me.
Follow me now.
Allegedly,
see I
the
be
story
rocking.
being told is Shannon started messing with Gabriella when she was 19. So that would have put us in 2023. When Cat Williams sat with Shannon, that was in 2024. So he was already a year in with Gabby. Shannon was. Shannon could have taken what Cat Williams was laying down in that interview, the wisdom and the knowledge that was there, and backed up out of that situation. Follow me. Please follow me closely. See, a lot of people focus on the entertainment piece of what Cat Williams was saying about, oh, this is the year of revelation, and how he outed a lot of people in the industry and told their business and this, and it was entertainment and it was funny. And it was. But I heard what most people did not hear. See, when he said the year of revelation, Shannon, that was your cue. And he also said nobody
Exactly what I said.
will be able to escape it.
Nobody.
Not TD Jakes, not Puff Daddy.
Yeah.
Nobody will be able to escape what's
didn't
coming.
hear it. He didn't hear that.
Everybody's about to be exposed, and nobody's going to be able to save you. If you understand the true definition of revelation, I'm going to read it to you. Revelation is a surprising and previously unknown fact, especially one that is made known in a dramatic way. Boom! Leaked audio. Leaked text, leaked sex tapes, all of that. Let me go back. A revelation is a surprising and previously unknown fact, not a rumor, not gossip. It's a fact. So when Cat Williams said, this is the year of revelation, he wasn't talking about what we think, somebody lying on somebody. He was talking about facts are about to be exposed about all these people that are not living right. About all of these people that are not living right. And here, wait a minute, follow me. Here's the caveat to the nuance, right? The nuance is the year of revelation. The caveat is you don't have to be a Christian to be exposed. Come on. You don't have to be a Christian to be exposed. So that was a day that God sent you your get out of jail free card, in my opinion. Abort mission, leave that child alone. And come to find out now today, just an hour ago, you've been messing with her since she was 17, maybe. You met her at a Diddy party. 17 years old. You've been in proximity to her. Even if you didn't touch her, you knew it was wrong. But in 2023, you could have walked away unscathed. If you would have listened to Cat Williams talk about revelation, exposure, the rug being pulled out from the feet of Hollywood and all of these people.
Spilled the beer all over in the laptop. Tabs. Jesus, I hit it twice. 3 times I hit it.
Pause enough to think, damn, this applies to me too. It never crossed your mind that when Cat sat there, this was your opportunity to get out of jail free. It never crossed your mind when Monique sat there.
People don't realize what YouTubers go through, and y'all don't care. Just hit play, Mike. That's all you care about. I done spilled beer on a brand new laptop. I'm supposed to be an alcoholic. Alcoholics don't spill beer or liquor. We don't spill. So I've been banned from the alcoholic. I'm just messing with y'all. Here we go.
You know what? Let me backtrack. Let me get up out of this. you became a victim of your own behavior, which causes me to believe
19
that you're a drifter.
nigga.
And for those of you that understand anything about drifting, it's a term that's used quite often in a book called Outwitting the Devil. In the book Outwitting the Devil is sitting in front of Napoleon Hill and they're having this sophisticated conversation about hypnotic energy and drifting. And Napoleon Hill looks at the devil and he says to him, if you're so powerful, how come you haven't taken me under? How come you haven't destroyed me yet? And the devil responded, it's because of your wife. Your wife is your covering, but make no mistake about it. Should she leave you, you leave her, she divorce or whatever, I will come back for you. See, Shannon, here's the thing. Listen to me closely. The devil also explained to Napoleon Hill that drifting, if you're not careful, there's a window of opportunity to escape. Okay. And I think that the time frame he gave was 7 years. He said, but after that, it becomes embedded in your DNA. It becomes embedded in your pathology. It becomes a part of your lifestyle. Lifestyle is who you take on, what you take on, the personas, the habits, the traits, the ideology. We don't know how long Shannon Sharpe has been into this lifestyle. Okay?
I'm 56, but I'm messing with a 22-year-old. Is that wrong? Yes, it's wrong. But society, the world, try to make it right.
All we know is he's a drifter. And according to the devil, the 7-year time frame is all you have to change your ways. Think about people that are drug addicts, homeless people. And you'd be like, how come they can't clean up their life? How come he can't seem to kick the habit? He's drifted too long. He's drifted too long. So I do believe that no matter what, Shannon Sharpe is not going to change. And I really don't care. I'm just here to focus on the psychological and the behavioral traits of the Black experience. He's been drifting too long. We don't know how long, but I'm going to start with the 10-year time mark based on what Michelle has said. That's the white woman that you dated for 10 years who's now suing you. That's the white woman that has openly said, and I don't know why any woman would say this openly, that she's humiliated you sexually up on your request. And I'm going to leave it at that. Do your research, right? See, in that world,
that's crazy.
Brown, black, white, yellow, when you've drifted, you can come out publicly and say that, Shannon. You can come out publicly and say that, Gabby. You can come out publicly and say that, Michelle, because you don't even know that you're a drifter. You don't even know that's not normal behavior, even if it is your preference, your kink, and or your fetish. You're gone. The devil said, that's it. The window is closed. The window of opportunity to escape temptation is closed. You've now been adopted into the Hall of Fame of demonic. Demonic. It's too late. And that's why I say he's not going to change. Ask any person that has struggled with addiction. See, a lot of times we hone in and we focus and we assign addiction to substances, alcohol, drugs. Ask any sex addict. Ask any child molester. The taste, the desire never goes away. Even when they suppress it, even when they try to behave, they have to do everything in their due diligence to keep themselves out of temptation. Out of temptation. One wrong move, they can find themselves right back to where they started. That's why I say he will always have the desire. It's like a dog that gets a taste of freedom. And this dog has gotten a taste of freedom. This dog has gone there. This dog has done it over 100 times, according to sources, not one, not two, but sources in his inner circle that have aired him out, that has told his business. This is what he does. It's too late, y'all. So Black women, stand down. Don't be mad about that, because you were not elected and selected to be dehumanized, to have rituals and acts performed upon you that will change your life and your psychology about yourself forever. Stand down. There is nothing to admire. There is nothing to want with these boys when it comes to that. Let them go. Let them roam about the cabin freely. See, these women don't mind saying what they did and what they done and got paid to do, because to them, it's a trophy. To them, it's a display of the benefit that you get for effing with them. You get what I'm saying? And that's what he wanted. That's what he returned to. And let me tell you something about the level of drifting that he's on. He had a white woman with him for 10 years that he was willing to do. And she was willing to do whatever he asked. Okay, 10 years. The Michelle lady, 10 years. But after a while, y'all, they become numb. Because to them, it's like eating the same thing over and over and over and over again. He didn't want that. So stop saying, I wish he dated somebody his age and a woman. He had a woman. He didn't want the woman. He got tired of the woman after a while. Okay? He wanted something new, fresh, untampered with. He developed an appetite for something else. He needed something else to defile, so he went lower. He went out of his age bracket. They don't want women. When y'all start saying, he can date a woman, he don't want that. And he can, and he has enough money to pick any one of them out of a lineup, sophisticated, beautiful, bodies in shape from all around the world. But that's the problem. He don't want a woman. He lost an appetite for a woman. So my question to you, Shannon, they say she was 19. Your bodyguard says she was 17. My question is, how low will you really go?
Whoa.
Because eventually.
I'm sorry, y'all. I'm in jet lag and all that stuff. My bad. I'm in jet lag and y'all, for the new people that's coming to the channel, man, y'all don't know. But my bad. That's my bad. That's my bad. My wife made me wear it. See the heart? See the heart on the shirt? Here we go.
You would have gotten tired of Gabby. So if you've hit that and done that the way you have over 100 times, and when you're done wearing out that tire, where do you go after that? Where do you go after age 19, 17?
Don't say
then what
that.
happens? That's the level of deplorability we're talking about. That's the level of deplorables. That's what pissed Shaq off when everybody knows but us what you really up to. And I'm not justifying and or condoning Shaq, because Shaq, you don't give a shit about women like that neither. But at least Shaq has enough sense to stay within a certain range and not speak on other ones. You opened your mouth, Shannon. You talk shit, Shannon. You pissed off a lot of people, Shannon. And they came after you. And not only that, your ego got the best of you. And I know you gone. You down bad. Let me tell you how I knew he was gone, y'all. When he put those text messages on his damn Instagram. When he put his goodbye message that I'm going to be stepping down from ESPN temporarily. When he put that on his Instagram, I said, one or two things are happening. Either his attorney can't control him, or his attorney was like, fuck it. Just let the guy do what he wants to do. He's not coachable. He thinks he knows everything. He's not taken by legal advice. He wants to lead the charge. He wants to put the text messages on his page. Because let me tell you, I understand what money can buy.
What?
And one thing money can buy you and afford you is the best legal counsel. But you got to be willing to pay for it. So he has Lanny Davis, a very...
No, you got to be willing. You got to be willing not to pay for it. You got to be... Once you pay for it, you got to be willing to listen and use it and get yourself out the way. Everybody think that they know better. It ain't about what you know. It's about what you... Come on, man. I done paid for this because I think you're wrong, but I need to do it your way anyway. You understand that? I paid you millions of dollars. Boy, you better not be wrong. I'm paying you millions of dollars. I know you. I think you're wrong. I know you're wrong. In fact, I don't like what you're saying, but I'm going to do it your way anyway. Trust me, I'm the professional. That's why I'm paying you my money to shut me up. And next thing you know. But see, Shannon ain't doing that. Shannon is doing what he believes is right. And you are wrong, dude. 22 years old. I'm going to go with 22. That's the highest number. I'm trying to push the little girl up as high as I can. 22 years old is the highest number because she had a birthday cake saying she was 22. She could have been 19, just had 2 twos on the cake. She had 2 twos on the cake. So let's just go with 22. But you 56. You 56. That's like me saying, I'm going to turn 59. That's like me saying, yeah, I'm 59 and she's 22. Hey, y'all, everything is gravy. No. You are old enough to be her grandfather.
Very colorful and decorated attorney. Why are you not listening to him? When was the last time you actually saw a celebrity that was involved in a scandal come out and share their own thoughts and words? Never. I haven't. So the level of ego, the level of arrogance, the level of disconnect, pride, defensiveness that he's displayed. Yeah, you did all that and then some. You did all that and then some. But I also believe the attorney's like, fuck it, let him have it. Can't tell him shit. I wanted to write it for him. He insisted. I'm going to get paid regardless. You have been turned over to your own desires, even when it comes to your legal counsel. Most people allow their attorneys to speak for them. You've been talking and talking and talking and talking. That's your big mistake. But also that comes with an NFL player, right? Lights, camera, action. Not wise enough to be quiet. A wise man seeks counsel. A fool learns from the mistake of his own. You learning too hard. And it's going to be a very, very expensive lesson. I said what I said. It's going to be
Hold up. Shut up. Talking goddamn too much, man. You can't say all in any situation. Not all of them do that. Some of them do that. And I don't think he did that, man. I'm going to give you one more chance. You ripping quick, fast, and in a hurry. Wait a minute, back up, man. Wait a minute, I missed some stuff. Wait a minute.
lights, camera, action. Not wise enough to be quiet.
Mm-hmm.
A wise man seeks counsel. A fool learns from the mistake of his own. You learning too hard. And it's going to be a very, very expensive lesson. I said what I said. It's going to be a very expensive lesson. Not only that, I want to read the statement that he came out with on yesterday.
That's facts.
This is from Shannon Sharpe. My statement is found here, and this is the truth. The relationship in question was 100% consensual.
That's facts too. I mean, you hold up. She was 19 when they started. This lady right here is saying that she was, 17 or something? But forget the numbers if it was 12 or 10 years old. What I'm trying to let y'all know is how long this has been going on. That's the only point I'm trying to make. 19 to 22. 19, 20, 21, 22. That's 3 years. Let's take one away. This is how I analyze stuff. 3 years, right? We got 3 years. Take one away. Just in case we made a mistake, whatever. Chuck that off. This is how I do everything. Chuck one off. Make sure we come under. I always come under. These two people, regardless. Oops. I got balloons coming up, y'all. This is the wrong time for balloons. 2 years of S. Now you calling Ara. It's saying that I didn't. Come on, man. That ain't gonna fly. Not with me. You've been in this relationship for 2 years. His bad. That's his bad. He thought that you was playing and you saying, no, don't do this. No, don't do this. But y'all been in a relationship for 2 years. He thought you was playing because most of the time when you playing, you don't say nothing for 2 years. And you went on with it. Do you get my drift? Do you understand what I'm saying? Maybe I'm talking in codes too much. Come on, man. 2 years? 2 years is what I'm saying is business. It was 3.
He's still defending himself. He's still defending his actions as opposed to saying nothing. When Negroes talk too much, when Negroes think they are above and not beneath, when their money have made them feel like I can do and say whatever I want to, and who gonna...
Especially when you've been in a relationship with this little 19-year-old, 22-year-old for 2 years.
Check me, boo. It's not about if it's consensual. It's about how nasty it was. And you were about to sign a deal with Disney. It's about the principality of it, Smokey. It's about how it makes the corporation look, Shannon. It's about that they thought you were above water. I mean, they thought they had found a sophisticated black guy that carried himself well, only to pull back the covers and say, what the hell is this? That's what it's about. It's not about her giving you permission and you giving her permission. Read the room. He continues on to say, at this juncture, I am electing to step aside temporarily from my ESPN duties. Please pay careful attention to that. At this juncture, I am electing to step aside temporarily from my ESPN duties. I will be devoting, and that's why I say he's not going to change in dealing with these false and
My bad. God dang it, I can't. I was going to stop it and say I gave you a thumbs up. I got to give a thumbs up to the people.
disruptive allegations set against me. Still on a defensive posture, right?
Mm-hmm.
Telling us what he planned on doing.
Mm-hmm.
Shut up. Pause. Be quiet. Check yourself before you continue to wreck yourself. He says, I plan to return to ESPN at the start of the NFL season. Very manipulative sentence to implement. I'll tell you why. And he ends with, I sincerely appreciate the overwhelming and ongoing support I have received from my family, fans, friends, and colleagues. Shannon Sharpe. Number 1, be quiet. Stop talking. Anything that you say can and will be used against you. You keep telling Disney it was consensual. I did everything she said I did. She let me do it to her. Sir, shut up. You are not the sharpest tool in the box. Shut up. You are validating her lawsuit. Was it consensual? Probably so. Did you get rough? Probably so. Were there moments she probably didn't want to do some stuff? But if it's really true, between age 17 to 19 to 20 or 21, probably so. And did it anyway to please you? Probably so. Shut up. Quit talking. You fool. Now, the part where I said he was really being manipulative, because when it comes to her, he's trying to justify by using the word consensual. You do what you do. But sir, we didn't need to know the details. Why would you put that on your page? Big black this, big black that. Yuck. That has, I guarantee you won't be, I guarantee you will not be back on ESPN. They can find another one. And I hope they do. Now, when I said he was being manipulative, egotistical, is when he said, I plan to return to ESPN at the start of the NFL preseason. Based on what? According to who? And I kind of feel like what you were doing is putting that out there to the audience just in case ESPN decides they don't want to do business with you and it's not a good look for their brand, so that you can get the fans riled up. Leaving just a little bit. Yeah, I'm coming back. And if I don't, that's manipulative. You're trying to force their hand and you can't and you won't. And I'm glad that and I don't believe that this was a voluntary step down from him. I think he was asked to leave temporarily. I think he was asked to leave. And one thing, if I think I know what I know about these corporations, once you're asked to leave, typically you don't get to come back, sir. Typically you don't get to come back. This was not his decision. This was either you can go quietly or we're going to have to terminate you. But if you go quietly, what we would like to do is try to see if we can give you a severance package and we can kind of close the door quietly and hope this all goes away. because it'll be a win-win situation for both ESPN/Disney and Shannon Sharpe if things just kind of die down. They're not going to bring you back to revamp that. They're not going to do that. Now,
they're not going to bring him back because he wasn't a dominant. It's like, imagine if you do Bad Boy Entertainment. We got to bring Puffy back in order to do Bad Boy. You can't say the word P. Diddy. You cannot not say the word P. Diddy without Bad Boy. You understand what I'm saying? I'm just using that as a scenario. Shannon Sharpe is not a figure that, like, I don't know. You can't do a Superman movie without Superman. You can't do that. I mean, you understand what I'm saying. You gotta have the main honcho.
Here's what I want to share, and it may piss some people off. And what I mean by that, some of you may agree, or some of you may disagree, and it's okay because that's what we do. We keep it real over here.
Take his place, baby.
Many of these people we're seeing, Cat Williams is right. This is the year of revelation. They are being exposed. Many people have gotten into positions that they do not deserve based on their backroom behaviors. And ordinary people like you tuned in, you can work your fingers to the bone. You can work your ass off and you would never, ever get a chance because you don't have the name. You didn't play in the NFL or you didn't know this person or know this person. And I believe God has come back to get his lick back. I believe he's cleaning house. I think it's going to be a clean sweep. And I think companies and corporations are going to be forced to do something different and start to bring in people that may not be as problematic. Let's talk about it. And people that can really work and understand how to get the job done, not based on popularity, but based on integrity, based on true skill set, and based on hard, earnest work. Now, when they say make America great again, if that's what they're talking about, I'm all for it. Send me the t-shirt. If that's what you're talking about, if that's what you mean, I'm all for it. Now, we know they're not, but I'm just saying. You get what I'm saying? So when Cat Williams is saying the year of revelation, that's my vision of making America great. Start snatching these perverts, start snatching these hoes up out of these places that don't belong so real people can get in there and gain access to these very lucrative contracts. And I really believe, and I hope, it's my hope, that these corporations start saying, you know what, let's go shake the tree somewhere else. Let's see if we can find some ordinary people to do extraordinary things and let's pay them very well. Let's not try to rob them of pay. Let's be fair and let's see what happens. So I'm glad they're being removed, and not just the men, but the women too. Because I want to use one woman as an example. I do not have a problem with her at all. I think she's beautiful. I think she's successful as it relates to the real estate industry and as a broker. What's her name? I'm just using her because she came to mind. She's kind of close to it. Her name is Sherelle Rosado. She is one of Ocho Cinco's baby mamas. Okay. Now, if you think about her, she allegedly does a really good job in the real estate industry. Okay. But do you? Because when they put you on Selling Tampa, y'all couldn't sell. Let's peel back the layers. Y'all couldn't sell. Beautiful lady. Now I have no doubt that this woman has worked hard for what she has and how she got it. But when they put you in the spotlight, you couldn't sell. Y'all wouldn't sell it. It wasn't given. I don't know if it was her. I don't know if it was just the system, the way that she operated her business, but the math wasn't mathing. And when I say start snatching people out of places they don't belong or they don't really shine, you got there off the strength of Ocho Cinco, who may have called in a favor on your behalf because he was sleeping with you at that time, right? He picked up the phone. He called the likes of Netflix. He got you a show called Selling Tampa. Y'all couldn't deliver. As a result, you didn't make it past one season. That's okay. You got a second to go at it. It's called Wags to Riches. The viewers are saying they'd rather not see you, but they can take the other women. Second fell, epic fell. You know, people that get into places based off of favor or based off of who they are sleeping with. Now, here's my thing. Sometimes favor is favor. And then you have individuals that can get in there and really score a touchdown. Sherelle ain't scored no touchdown yet based off of the strength of sleeping with Ocho Cinco and getting favors in Hollywood. If you can sleep with somebody and score a touchdown, go for it. But if you in these places because you bent over backwards, man or woman, and you subpar, and a regular person can get in there and outshine your ass, yeah, the year of revelation. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I wanna tap into something really quick before we end, because I want to get into I didn't know what BDSM is. BDSM. I didn't. So I was like, you know what? Let me look it up because I want to know what I'm talking about. I want to know what I'm talking about. So when you think about BDSM, hold on. Where's the one that I? So BD, oh, no, not that one. Hold on, give me 1 second. All right, so the definition of BDSM is bondage, discipline, or domination. Either you're going to be disciplined or you're going to be dominated. Sadism and masochism as a type of sexual practice. So if you really go deeper into it and you look at masochism, I hope I'm saying it right. Masochism. Yeah, that's how you say it. Masochism is the tendency to derive pleasure, especially sexual gratification, from one's own pain and or humiliation. You derive gratification from receiving pain or being humiliated. And based on Michelle, she was asked to humiliate you in your manhood a few times. Now, I wouldn't be shocked if Gabby did the same. The difference between Gabby and Michelle is Gabby's talking about what happened to her, allegedly against her will, and Michelle's talking about what she did to him because he got off on being humiliated as a man. Okay? Now, I don't know many women so that could put up with that and that can stomach that and that would be okay inserting their fingers in places that it don't belong without throwing up, puking, and or becoming lightheaded.
God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Are you serious? My bad. I just looked at it from a woman's perspective. It's hard for me to look at it from a woman's perspective. But she's a woman. So yeah. That's oh my God, man. What?
I was talking about what she did to him because he got off on being humiliated as a man. Okay. Now, I don't know many women. So that could put up with that and that can stomach that and that would be okay inserting their fingers in places that it don't belong without throwing up, puking, and or becoming lightheaded. So when you say date your own age, he couldn't, even if he wanted to. Based on his sexual desires and what he requires to be with him, most women will not go for that. And they don't give a damn how much money you got. Okay, so we can start there. So I really feel like we're looking at a person that may not have the option of dating his age and may have gotten turned down plenty of times. Am I making excuses for him? Absolutely not. He just may not have it like that. If you go to sadism is what Gabby is describing, Gabriella, and that's the tendency to derive pleasure, especially sexual gratification, from inflicting pain, inflicting suffering, or the humiliation on others. So he gets off both ways. You get what I'm saying? And that's why I said I don't think it's going to change because we don't know how long. I'm giving him a 10 to 12 year span, but we really don't know how long he's been engaged in this type of activity. And once you eat from a particular buffet and you've established a particular palate, you'll never be the same. You never go back to ordinary. And even when it's ordinary in your brain, and men are very visual creatures, they're imagining something else. You get what I'm saying? He'll never be the same because he's been exposed to too much. It pleases him. It pleasures him. He doesn't want an ordinary life. He doesn't want what y'all want for him. And people say, well, prayer works. Prayer works on people that want to change. God can change anybody. Yeah, but God is not going to enforce his will upon you. You got to want it. And this man don't want it. And the time that when he wanted it and he could be saved, it's too late. Because that window of opportunity has closed. And even if he tries to change, it's going to hunt him for all the days of his life. You get what I'm saying? By way of desire and appetite, you know?
Desire and appetite. What she's saying is you can go to rehab for alcohol. for alcohol, right? But no matter what, you want that beer. You want that satisfaction. It's a satisfaction thing. That's what the problem is. You can go to rehab or go do through whatever, but you gotta be satisfied in the bedroom. She tripped me out when she said, dude, I'm a man and I don't want nobody to stick anything in me. You get what I'm saying? A male, female, whatever. I don't want nothing there, period. In fact, I don't like the fact that things come out of there. So
just because you stop eating fast food don't mean you don't crave it. Just because you stop smoking cigarettes don't mean the craving doesn't overtake you and you have to find yourself trying your best to get it out of your head. That's what he's up against. That's the pathology that I'm talking about.
That's where I'm at right there. Black and mild cigarettes or whatever you want to call it, smoking. Now I can relate. If you're trying to exercise and lose weight, it's called work. It's called work, man. It's just called work. You got to work at it. And if you got a desire, you 56, dude, you 56. You are 56. And you mean to tell me you got a desire to have relations with a 19-year-old or 22-year-old, whatever the hell, dude. That's just something to think about, but nothing to do. That area, that's when you need some gray area. Something to think about. Ooh, that's a nice, ooh, she young. But there's nothing to do. You don't do it. But see, people think that you don't even supposed to think about it. And that's where they go wrong at. Because the people that try not to think about it are the ones who wants to do it.
That's the psychological traits that I hone in on. And he did it to himself. He did it to himself. That's all. Listen, it's a lot, is it not? It's a lot. But this is where we are. And it's so, to me, it's important for you guys to educate yourself on how people really are so you don't fuck around and find out behind closed doors. Think you going on a nice date and he get to turning and tossing you. You be like, whoa, wait a minute. What part of the game is this? I didn't sign up for this. Surprise, surprise. You didn't know you signed up for it. And you know why sometimes innocent men, women find themselves in those positions? Because they got tired of the 10-year source that was willingly, consensually going along. They don't want that no more. They want somebody that's fresh and new, somebody they can ambush, violate. And that's the type of thinking we're talking about. You'll be shocked at who was probably at those Diddy parties. But one thing about them tables, honey, I can say, the tables always turn, and I don't give a damn who you are. If you out there sowing seeds of darkness, don't be surprised when the roosters come home to crow. Don't be surprised when the bigger snake shows up to cannibalize you on sight, on spot. That's all I'm saying. Because today, Shannon Sharpe, accused of sexual assault by his ex-girlfriend in a resurfaced 2023 lawsuit where Shannon allegedly threatened to destroy her if she ever came forward. The woman had a restraining order in 2010, but dropped it out of fear. Things are getting worse to him, according to the Neighborhood Talk. On top of the recent lawsuit he's facing from an OnlyFans model who claims he's, assaulted her multiple times he gets off on it. He may have, y'all, but I do believe it was role play. And I think, let me just say it, I think she's using it to her advantage. You know what?
Wow.
It was role play, but I am going to I'm talking about lean back.
Dude, I'm looking at this girl. Every picture, every time I see this little girl, I gotta think of it like it must be a different preference for people, because she looked like a student in my class that I need to watch. No matter what, anything you do, anything you say, I'm here to tell you that you're wrong. That picture right there looks like she's wrong. What you got on your head? Why are you half dressed? Adult. Get it? Get it? Adult. I don't see something attractive in this picture. In any of her pictures, only thing I see is me teaching a little girl how to do better in life. That's all I see. That's just like my little cousins and nieces and nephews in the Philippines. I'm preaching to them. I'm preaching to them and tell them, don't do this.
Lean back. Hey, lean back. What Big Joe say? A Fat Joe? She pulling that on you. Niggas don't dance. They just pull up their pants and do the rock away. She leaning back. Now lean back. She leaning back into her whiteness. Centuries, decades ago. You know what? I'm going to use this to my advantage. It pleased me. It pleased him. But I'm going to lean back to my great-great-grandma. And I'm going to accuse him of something. I'm putting a $10 million price tag on this coochie. Period. And you going to pay me one way or the other. You going to pay me one way or the other. That's what you get.
What in the world?
So
is that it's an extra, I don't know, right here in this area.
That's the OnlyFans model that's leaning back on his ass. Now, Shannon has quietly been facing another lawsuit from 2023 filed by Michelle Evans. Now, here's my thing, Michelle. You just had sex with him. You just had sex with him in September. She leaning back. Yet another white woman. White women don't dance. They just pull up their pants and what? Do the rock away. She what? She leaned back. She leaning all the way back on her good ancestors. That good money. She filed one, came back, slept with you, and still gonna get her money. And y'all talking about black women are the enemy. Get the fuck out of here. She claims, so Michelle is coming. And she's making accusations and claims. Now, Michelle sound like she smoked 50 packs of Newports every day. You see what I'm saying? And according to page 6, Michelle Evans claims she and Shannon dated for 10 years before he became abusive in 2010. She alleges that back then she and Shannon got into an argument about his infidelity. Then Shannon allegedly proceeded to forcefully subdue her, compelling her to her knees and subsequently engaging in non-consensual whatever. I'm not going to read that. You can go do your research. Shannon also allegedly maneuvered her onto the bed and achieved non-consensual whatever, all while proclaiming his intent to make it so that no, child, I ain't going to read that. Then Michelle, let me say it. He's going to make it so that no other man wants you. Then Michelle claims when she wanted to expose what he did to her, Shannon allegedly threatened to destroy her life. He levied threats of ruin, declaring that any attempt on my part to disclose his transgressions would be met with a comprehensive campaign to use everyone I know to destroy you, the lawsuit claimed. In 2010, she filed a restraining order against Shannon, but eventually dropped it out of fear for her safety. I had a basement floor apartment with the door leading out to the sidewalk, so I was right there, vulnerable. Vulnerability. And somebody came up to my door and said, "Shut up, you effing B." And I ran and dropped it right then because I had a child at home with me at the time, and having someone coming to my door with her there, you know what? With her there, you know that. No, Michelle. I don't even know what they're talking about. In 2023, she filed a lawsuit against Shannon for defamation, libel, and slander, claiming Shannon continued to bash her name after the fact. Wow. Disgruntled employees. He didn't marry you. You were putting your fingers where it didn't belong. Consensual. Both of you, both you and Gabby. Now it's payday. I don't blame them. They just leaning back. They leaning all the way back. And I guess it's safe to say, if I didn't know anybody, listen, I guess to say what is given is ancestry.com.
Damn, son. Queenie, hey, I love you. I like you. I'm just gonna go out there like that. I like Queenie, Sheba butt. You get Bertha butt, Sheba butt, and that belly butt. Something I can't remember. I gotta go back and listen to the song. Bertha butt, womp 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 womp. Y'all go look at that Bertha butt. But now I'm just joking, man. I never even met the girl. But let's check out real quick, man. I'm gonna subscribe to your channel while we're here. I'm gonna subscribe. I hit the subscribe button because I really like you. I'm overall positive. Is this her? Is that her? That's her. She's beautiful. You're a pretty woman. Yeah, you are. That's her. That gotta be her. It's whatever. One of these videos has got to be her. I like you. I really enjoy your video and stuff. Shout out to you. Period. You kind of lost me on a couple of things, but at the same time, I'm learning. Maybe I'm lost because here's what the problem is, Queen, with Sheba. The problem with black people is we have to learn to agree to be able to disagree. If I disagree with you, one little thing, that means I hate your guts? No. I just don't understand how you understand what you coming up with. And there was 3 or 4 times that you have said something that I didn't agree with, and then the more you talked, I started to agree and say, oh, okay, I understand what she's saying. You're right. You know what? You're right about that. There's a couple of things you said that's like, you know what? Oh, I can see how you see that way, but you're still wrong, but you've seen it that way. We have to learn to agree to disagree. But I still like you, and I like your channel, and I like what you said, because you brought so much impact. Out of all the stuff you done did, I think you had a 99%, baby. You had a 99%. Hey, I love that. Look here, man. I'm going to get on up out of here. Look, somebody with a heart. I love this. I'm in the Philippines with my fiance. My fiance made me wear this shirt. My fiance, by the way, is 52. My birthday and my fiance's mother birthday is the same day. So I came back to the Philippines to celebrate our birthday together, because she is old. Well, I mean, who knows how long she has to live. Does that make sense? Who knows how long she has to live. So with that being said, I don't know what to say, man. Only thing I know is I'm happy and I'm living my life my way. I wish everybody else was happy. Shannon Sharpe, you are not happy dating somebody that's 22 years old. I think today she is 22 years old. Shannon Sharpe got to be 56, 57. I got a birthday coming up. I'm going to turn 59. You can't be happy. This person is 19 to 22, is just going into clubbing, going into experiencing life. You have already experienced life. You need to go with somebody who has already experienced life. You cannot. I'm trying to fight with this fan over here, y'all. It's a fan over there. I need the fan or I'll be sweating to death. Long story short, Queen Sheba, darling, shout out to you. Y'all go to her, subscribe to her channel, man. She dropping some mega facts, man. Y'all take it light. Take it slow. Y'all tell them Uncle Mike told you so. Peace out.